So I want to focus again on the movie Encanto. One of the characters I resonate with the most out of everybody is Luisa. And the reason why is I think we have a few things in common, but I personally like her character and what she goes through because I see a lot of myself in her. In actuality, I'm actually a combination between Luisa and Maribel, and I'll explain why. So when I see what Luisa goes through as she's singing the song, she's explaining how family is, putting a lot of pressure on her. She has to keep the family together. Everybody just thinks because she's physically strong, they can just share secrets with her and give all their problems to her and so on. And nobody notices that she's busy, hurting and breaking internally. It's a lot of pressure to carry the weight of the world or the weight of the town or the weight of the family on her shoulders. And I resonate a lot with that because I am physically tall and large. People think that I'm strong just because I can lift heavy things with my hands and arms. People think that I can just handle everything, I can take everything. People just assume that I have a thick skin. And that's why a lot of my family members confide in me by sharing their secrets, sharing their internal thoughts, and sharing their emotions, by basically taking weight off of their shoulders and passing it over to me. And everybody just seems to treat me like a crutch. But what they don't realize is I also need a crutch. I also need a shoulder to cry on sometimes. Just because I look like this doesn't necessarily mean I don't have feelings or I can't take the pressure and I can take everything. I also need that specific crutch, and it's unfortunate that I don't find the same thing I provide for them, and not a lot of people seem to realize that. And that's why I really like her song and her story. I want to watch this movie again, but I don't think I am going to. I watched it 3 times and I cried all 3 of those times while Luisa was singing. So yeah, I can relate to this specific movie in many ways, because the reason why I said I was a combination between Luisa and Maribel, in the sense that I get to carry my family's burdens from time to time, but at the same time I'm also the glue keeping things together, because the communication between my 2 parents and the communication between my parents and my sibling sometimes needs a little assistance, where I can see what my parents are about to tell my sibling will make them very pissed off, so I just repeat what was said in a different tone. And then when my sibling is speaking to my parents, all I have to do is repeat what they said in a completely different tone, or I can rephrase what was spoken, and then my parents doesn't need to get angry or pissed off or anything. And so yeah, that's basically the job that I play. But what they don't realize is, it seems to me sometimes that if I'm not here, the whole family will fall apart, which will eventually happen. I will move out of the house and so on, but it doesn't seem that they are ready for that to happen. And I would hope that things start to change soon, because I can't be there all the time. So yeah, that's just why I feel like I'm a combination between those 2, and why I relate more to Luisa than all of the other characters.